Hi everybody, Rick McEvoy here again with my weekly blog post, which this week is called 25 Great Photography Accessories Costing Less than £20. Now, to be all inclusive, I've done a rough calculation. That's $25, give or take, depending on the day and what our glorious leaders have done to affect our economies. Obviously, €22 and 32 cents to be precise. That's whilst we're all in this wonderful European Union thing anyway. Enough of the politics. I've just listed 25 things. Most of them are things that I've got, some of them are things that I haven't got yet, but I'm going to get. So let's just get stuck into it, shall we? The first item is a photo studio tent with lights. I'll put a photo up of this on the blog post, which is obviously available at rickmcavoyphotography.com/blog. I bought this thing for, it was about 20 quid a couple of years ago to photograph. My chair's creaking again, sorry, I must sort this out. For about £20, and I used it on a commercial shoot and it was incredible, I have to say. I don't use lights. I do architectural photography, travel photography. I tend not to use lights, so this was a real shock to me how much of a difference it made. Anyway, $8.99 this thing costs now. I should have said all the links on here are Amazon affiliate links, so if you read the blog post, find something of interest, click on the link on my website and then buy it, then I get a small commission. If you do that, thank you very much. If you don't, absolutely fine. Doesn't cost you any more, just gives me a bit of commission. It's basically, I'm getting a cut of Amazon's profits, and what's wrong with that? Nothing. Shall we move on? Number 2, Manfrotto Pixie tripod. This is it. That's how small it is. You pull this, you push it. I should know that. And the ball head moves. 3 legs, 20 quid. It has a maximum weight recommendation. I ignore it. I've used my Canon 6D with a 17-40 lens and taken photos with 6, 8 second, 20 second exposure, so never had a problem. Pin sharp. Obviously you have to place it on something, so you have to put it on the ground, and that links in nicely to something I'll get onto later. Next item. Excuse the cough. Now, the Optec wrist strap. Got a confession to make here. I binned my Optec wrist strap because it had got a bit, well, basically smelly from a lot of hot sweaty use. So what I'm talking about is a wrist strap. This is the Peak Design cuff. It's more expensive and it has a few issues, but wrist strap, hold the camera. That's how I walk around with my camera basically. I don't have a neck strap, can't stand them. That's it, nice and easy. The Optec one is a bit smaller, a bit lighter. I need to get another one for my little Olympus camera. Next item, Lastalite grey card. Hopefully in here is a Lastalite grey card. When I say card, it's not a card. So why is it called a card? Good question. Bang. There we go. Grey card with a target. What do I do with it? Put it in a photo. Take a photo. Remove it from the photo. Take the proper photo. And when I get back using Lightroom, I can use the neutral grey to get my white balance. Because I shoot in RAW, I can adjust the white balance after the event. So that is that done. White balance done. Easy. It's getting quite informative, isn't it? Which is a welcome surprise. Next item, pec pads. $17.99 for 100. I use one at a time in conjunction with the next item, which is Eclipse Optic Cleaning Fluid. These are the things I use. These are the things that I use to clean my lenses. Once I've cleaned the front element of the lens, I then clean another part of the camera with it to keep it clean before I throw it away. So I only do front lens with one wipe, then I do the back of the element of the lens with another wipe. I don't clean the sensor, to be honest with you, but we'll get onto that. So pec pads, invaluable. They also actually have a double purpose. I use them in my camera bag when I'm travelling to provide a bit more padding. So again, an excellent thing. You also can get, can't remember where from, this. That's the regular one in my office. That's the one I take away with me, little one. I think you might even be able to take it on a plane without being thrown off for having too much liquid. Okay, camera cleaning done. Not quite. Head torch. I have a head torch. I had a photo of me with the head torch as my profile picture, which wasn't a good look, so we'll save that for when I need it. Microfiber towels. I won't bother showing you these because microfiber towels are microfiber towels, but you can use them for, they've one very good photographic use, which is if it's raining a little bit, put the microfiber towel on your camera lens and your body and it just stops any water getting on it. Works a treat. You can use it afterwards to wipe it down as well. Use them for everything. I've got no hair. I've used one as a hat once. Yeah, I might have looked a prat, but I didn't get burnt. Filter wrench. £2.47. If your filter gets stuck, this helps you get it unstuck. Can be a problem actually, on especially when it's hot and I've got sweaty hands or filthy hands from scrambling around rocks and stuff. Hot shoe bubble level. If you're using this thing and you put your camera on the ground, how do you know your camera's level? Obviously my Olympus OMD EM5 Mark II has a screen that tilts and rotates so I can see what I'm composing, but to get the image, to get the camera level, what I do is I put a spirit level on the top and that gets me roughly there. And it gets me there a bit quicker as well, and I can do some refinements with the camera, but to be honest with you, it's not the most precise ball head in the world, but we get there. It works. Filter step up / down rings. This has a 62mm filter thread. My Canon lenses have 77mm filter thread. So, do I buy 2 sets of filters? No siree. I buy one of these things, 62 to 77mm step up ring. You can get sets which go up in size and you'd end up having about that much ring on the front, which looks ridiculous. I just got the one that works. £6.11p. Bearing in mind that filters that I have cost me £100, starting at really. It's a little lifesaver. Well, it's not a lifesaver, is it? That was a ridiculous thing to say, but you know what I mean. Now, one of my favourite things at the moment is it's a grip for the Olympus EM5 Mark II. There's a link obviously on there to it. It's got a little hand grip there. Now the problem is that I can't quite get my fingers in, it's not perfect. But what it does have is these rails on the sides, there and there. So I can put my camera on a tripod with an Arca Swiss plate and then I can quickly rotate that way. What that's done is taken away the need for me to have a separate universal L bracket. So that was a bonus really. Like I say, it's not perfect, but I used it walking around the heat of Rhodes last month and yeah, it was great. £20, the most expensive item on this list. Couple of books. We all need to learn a bit more. Sorry, I need to learn more. One of the books I've got, well, alright, one of the books I haven't got, it's called How Do I Do That in Lightroom Classic, written by Scott Kelby, 1 page, 1 tip. Now, on my bookshelf, which you can't see, and I'm not going to move my camera, so just bear with while I get it, it's this. The next item, how do I do that in Photoshop? Now, Photoshop might be a brilliant tool, but I hate it. I don't understand it. It's too complicated. Lightroom's my go-to thing. I use Photoshop for about 5 things. Well, with this book, it's now 7 things. And again, how do I put an image inside of text? No idea. That page tells me how to do it. Perfect. Written by Scott Kelby, the biggest selling author of Lightroom Photoshop books, so he knows a thing or two. Hurricane blower, quick one. That's the Jotos one. It's quite expensive, doesn't need to be, you can get it for less than £5. and I just blow air out of my sensor chamber. That's the only sensor cleaning I do. Waterproof phone case. I have an iPhone XS, IP68 rated I think, to 2 meters for 30 minutes. Never seen water, far too scared. Bought a case for £6. £6 that does the job. I only use it in the bath to be honest with you, but next time I go away I'm going to give that one a go. Spare rear lens and body caps. Best thing is, they're attached together like the lens onto the body. Why are these so useful? Well, one of the things I do when I'm going away is I separate my lens from the body. Take up less space, less risk of damage, so I think. Easy to pack, 3, 4, 5 pounds. And if you lose a lens cap, you've got a spare. Spare's good. Memory card holder. Memory card holder. Quite a robust, durable thing, and the memory cards never fall out of the slots like that one has. 8 cards. So for 2 weeks of travel, that's 1 card every 2 days. I have 1 with unused cards. At the end of the second day, I would put the memory card from my camera into my identical case, but red. Red means exposed. Exposed is not exposed, is it, I guess, but it's a card with images on it. And then when I get back to my office, I import the photos into Lightroom, and then I put the card into a different one. They're all listed here with links to them. It's not that interesting, to be honest, is it? Point is that I look after my memory cards very, very religiously, and I've never had a problem, touch wood. Talking of which, new SD memory cards. $18.99 for a SanDisk 64GB card. I would never use 64GB in a 2-day shoot. Never get near that. I've got 16GB cards which are fine, but why not? So, one thing I need to say here, which is important, I rotate my memory cards every couple of years, 2 or 3 years. I buy new ones and bin the old ones. I write the year on them, just so I know which are which. Works for me. Phone tripod holder. I'm recording this video on my iPhone using the phone tripod holder that you see on my tripod, so I can't show it you. A Hayofi tripod umbrella holder. Now, I haven't written that bit yet, I'm not going to lie to you. So at the time of recording, I hadn't written that because I'd forgotten it. Basically, it's just a little adapter so you can put an umbrella on your tripod, or on holding, supported by your tripod. Which means if it's raining, you take your photos, your camera doesn't get wet. It's genius. And it's £9. North Face hat. Yeah, I've not done this one either, but excuse the coughing again. If you look on my websites, everywhere, you'll see me wearing a red hat. I like red hats. It's not a thing, I just like red hats. And I need to get a new one because they're a bit worn. And then 2 completely different things. The first one is 2-month photography Creative Cloud subscription plan. This is the Adobe Creative Cloud subscription. $9.98 a month, so 2 months cost you £20, 30-day free trial. So you get 3 months for £20. I know it's a 12-month subscription, but you get the idea. If you haven't got a subscription paying that $9.98 a month, give it a go, because if you do and you get into Lightroom, you won't be going back from that. Lastly, the photographer's ephemeris. I hate things that I can't say. Photographer's ephemeris is a difficult one for me, but the app is really good. I use it so I know where the sun's going to come up, so I can decide where I'm going to turn up in the morning for a sunrise shoot. That is it. £10, brilliant for the iPhone. That's it, little reference to my Peak Design Everyday backpack that all this good stuff goes in. And that is it. That is this week's blog post. Next week, who knows what I'm going to write about. It's been a busy old time, lots of new things. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my blog, rickmcavoyphotography.com/blog. Please check me out on Pinterest. And finally, I will say goodbye. Thank you for watching this and see you next week.